So it's December 15th. I just came back from Florida, where I was gone for a seminar a few days with my beautiful significant other. And so prior to that, I pulled my traps, obviously. So I had traps in for 2 weeks on one piece of property. Now I've moved to another piece of property. This property is about 900 acres. That up there is actually National Forest. And that on the other side of that mountain is National Forest. So I've got 900 acres of private land here, and then this backs up on 3 sides to the forest, and there's about another 3,000 acres there that's a very, very difficult to get to, except from where this farmer is. So basically I've got 3,900 acres almost exclusively to myself, and you can see what the terrain looks like. So today I'm putting out my trap line again. I'm gonna try to get about 25 sets out today. And as you can see, if you look down through here, there's a creek down at the bottom. You can see it running down through here. Runs over there into the bigger creek, the main creek. And then you can see everything kind of funnels all this way and funnels this way from the other side. So everything's kind of funneling down to the main creek and into this drainage. And then right here, if you look, you can see there's kind of a farm road that comes up through here. And it runs right up the saddle of this ridge and keeps on running up this ridge, eventually gets to the top of the mountain in the National Forest, and that's National Forest again up there. But what we have right here is a woven wire fence. You can see there's a little gate here, just a cattle panel that he's got left open. And the cows go through here constantly, up and down, up and down, up and down. And it's woven wire on both sides, all the way down to the creek that side, all the way down to the drainage this side, which creates a funnel for these coyotes. It's actually a pretty good woven wire fence. So there's not a lot of places for the coyotes to get through. So consequently, they come right through here. And they come right down this ridge from the forest that's all mostly cedars up there. But then they come right down here into these fields, these pasture lands, into these drainages. So this would be a spot that you wouldn't normally look at and go, huh, because there's really nothing here. Just this old farm road with a little open gate and runs right up this ridge. But last year I trapped on this piece of property and I caught, I'm not even sure, 14 coyotes right here, I think, in this exact spot. 12 coyotes, whatever it is, around a dozen coyotes right here in this exact spot. Out of 2 sets. I put a set on each side of the little farm road. I didn't want to put them in the middle because the farmer's running up and down through here. So on each side of the farm road, you can see that, the cattle are working in here. So I try to keep them out of the areas where the cattle are. If you look right here, you can see there's a little bit of cattle path right there, a little bit of cattle path right here. So I'll just try to keep them the best I can. I mean, the cows are going to get into them sometimes, but I try to keep them out of the main cattle paths, out of the main farm road here, so when the farmer's feeding hay and stuff, I don't get my trap run over or something like that. But still, you set the traps right on the edges of those areas. Those coyotes are going to run this farm road, they're going to run that cattle path, and they're going to be funneled right through this gate. So they literally come right out of that gate, and I got traps waiting on them. So this is an area that you wouldn't normally think as a good funnel point, but it's an excellent funnel point. So let's get a couple traps put in, see if we can catch some coyotes. Okay, here's one of the sets. This is obviously a big dirt hole set. The trap's out here and kind of off to the right, just off centered here. And got a little bit of coyote scat here. Deep dirt hole, about 8 inches deep. I just used some of this natural backing that was here, and it kind of like some kind of a little sticker bush. It's only about 4 or 5 inches off the ground, but it's perfect little backing. Kind of keeps him from coming in from the sides a little bit. So he should just come right in here, and hopefully we'll catch him. And it's just, you can see here's the roads and there's the gate. So we're just right in the line of fire. And then right over here, I put in a little T-bone set. Put this one on the other side of the little road. Got some coyote scat there. Traps right here. There's the T-bone. It's all covered up with some dirt, mostly covered up. I like to cover it up quite a bit. Make it look like something else, try to bury it. I have much better success with that. just give it something else to look at. So dirt hole on one side, T-bone on the other side, and hopefully we're going to catch some coyotes right here. Okay, so I'm setting up another set. This one is a dirt hole set right there. It's got a bunch of duck feathers all around it. Right in there's the trap, there's the little dirt hole. And the reason I'm doing a dirt hole here is if you look around, you see all these rock ledges and these shelf rock, and then you got a pond here with a bunch of cattails growing out of it. On the other side is just forest. You can see the cedars and stuff. It's just it's about 40 acres of private land on the other side that I do not have access to, and then everything past that and everything this way is all national forest. So there's a bunch of big woods, and then right here is a big farm field. It goes up to the top of the mountain, over on the other side, big farm field. So the reason I'm putting a set in right here is there's bobcat tracks literally all over around this pond, and there's tracks just all up and down through here as this cats are probably coming in here and looking around this pond, looking around all these cattails, looking around all these rock outcroppings, looking for mice and rabbits and things like that. There's no place really for me to hang a flag very close to here. I could hang it up there in that cedar tree, but it's pretty far away, and I'm a little worried that if he goes up there, then he won't be down here. And since he's already traveling right down through here, back and forth, there's several sets of tracks through here. There's also a coyote track in here. But I know he's traveling this. He's just going right down this cattle path, right along the edge of the pond, right along the edge of all this rock. So since he's already traveling this, I'm going to go ahead and put a set right there. That's about the closest to this trail I could put a set in. I didn't want to put it on the trail because the cows will get into it. But it's only about maybe 4.5 feet off of the trail, kind of up on this little deal. And I had to use a drag, so you can see, there's my chain, if you can see, and my drag goes up over here, and it's down in here. Just because it was so much shelf rock, no way I could put a stake in here. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully I'm going to have a cat here in the next couple days. Okay, it's 5:15 in the morning, and this is check day 2 since I put my line back out. This is that little spot on the little ridge where the gate is open. And I put a T-bone set on one side and a dirt hole set on the other, and looks like the T-bone is paid off. There's the gate right there, and I have a dirt hole over here and T-bone right here. Last year I caught, I don't know, 12 or 14 coyotes in this exact spot, and it's day 2 and it just continues to produce. This is just like an amazing hot spot of coyotes. You just catch them and catch them and catch them and catch them here. So I'm going to take care of this coyote, and then we're going to remake this set right here. So here's my little set that's down here along this pond and all this rock ledging stuff. And we have a coon. You can see him down there. He's on a drag. He didn't go very far, obviously. So much for my excellent little predator set. Well, I guess he's a predator. Egg nest eater, so we'll take care of this and reset this and see if we can catch a cat here or a coyote or something else. All right, heading home after the morning check, day 2 on this line, on this new property. It's coming down off of a mountain. Just thankful for a great morning in the Ozarks. 1 coyote, 3 coons. Cannot believe I caught 3 coons in my canine sets. But that happens. Just shows you this property is covered up with coons because all the sets were not in normal places that you'd catch coons. These wood coons or ridge running coons that we have here in the Ozarks. Not around water at all, just across the ridges. But got to get rid of some of the nest eaters. So headed back home.